5 minutes. Good morning, good afternoon. I am Marco Buscema. I'm an Italian attorney. I live and work in Udine, Italy, Northeast, and I am the founder of Will. We established on Tuesdays sessions called What is on My Desk, and on Thursdays, The World of Law. On Tuesdays, affiliates in Will introduce themselves, their firms, and their services. Today, we are very proud to have as a speaker Maurizio Quarta from Milan, Italy, temporary management expert with his firm. And so shortly, I introduce him to the audience, and then Maurizio will leave the stage to you. So taking it from the bio established in the, put in the Will's website, born in Milan, I obtained a master in economics at Bocconi University, brackets, one of the best universities in Italy, where I have been where I have also been assistant professor in operation research. My managerial career was in international marketing with Olivetti, Manuli Rubber Industries, Kone Elevators, and in management consulting, McKinsey. Today, I'm managing partner at Temporary Management and Capital Advisors, one of the most known Italian providers. I am a co-founder of international group operating with 25 partners in 28 countries, from USA to Australia. Time to leave the stage to you, Maurizio. Thank you for sharing with us your immense knowledge and experience. Thank you very much. The stage is yours for the next 15, 20 minutes.
Ciao. Okay, now just correction, we are today in 30 countries because we entered today our 20th year. We made it the first 20th anniversary, and today we are in 30 countries with the addition of Brazil, Africa, Senegal, and Tunisia, and Kazakhstan. So,
super.
By the way, who we are, you said already, we are very well known in the Italian interim management business, and we work basically with multinational on one side and a small medium enterprise on the other side. And I was one, I still am one of the 4 founders of this group that today is the largest probably in the interim management market. When clients call us, so, I mean, we are problem solver. Whenever there is a problem, positive or negative, client call us, we put the manager in a very few days. And normally with multinational, we put the manager in 4 or 5 days, and we follow the project. So we are being called when there is a period of growth rather than, unfortunately, when we work on crisis and decline, when especially small, medium enterprise, they know they need managerial know-how, and we transfer them on. We work on specific project, international, internationalization, ERP system, mergers and acquisition, post-merger situation, and something similar. I mean, whenever there is a problem, something that you cannot solve with the people you have in your organization for one reason or the other. This is what we are. We are problem solver, like I think, what was in the film, Gary Tarantino was saying something like that in Pulp Fiction. We are fixing and solving problem, not killing people, fortunately. What we do, you know, this is the type of role we work with. So you see many, we cover all of the first level functions. So going from operation to human resources to sales and marketing. I'm not entering the detail. You will have the presentation and you can see all of the cases on which we can work. Type of clients. As I said, basically we have 2 big type of clients. On one side, we have big international companies like Philips, like Thyssen, like Marzotto, like companies listed in stock exchange. Big companies, what they buy from us. I'm saying that they buy degrees of freedom. They call us, we fix the problem in a matter of days, and they let's say they have the field open for many options. Small, medium enterprise, it's a very different client. They buy basically managerial know-how, especially in Italy. Small, medium enterprise are 96% of the Italian economy. The problem is that they don't have the right, they are under capitalized on one side and under managerialized on the other side, meaning that they have a lot of things to be done, especially today, restructuring the supply chain, digitalization, managing human resources in a certain way, but they don't have the resources. They have good resources, but the problem is that these resources have grown with the company, so they have a limited competencies. And so they need someone who's able to introduce new systems, new platforms, new frameworks, and to transfer competencies to the guys, to the existing people, so that when the project ends, the people and the company, they know how to do the same thing as better than before or to do new things. So this is the basic difference between the type of clients. Also, another basic difference is the fact that in big corporation, there is not what I say soft implication. I mean, everything is hard. What is counts is it matters is the competence of the manager. They don't care because, I mean, if you put a manager in 3 days, you cannot care about the fact that the manager is, let's say in a way, as a mentality compatible with the one of the company. They simply do not care. In the small, medium enterprise, the soft variables are very important because the chemistry is very important. And the way you relate with the entrepreneur, with the family is a key factor. And also the way the manager is managing the chemistry between the various members of the family, it's another key factor. In our group, in our company, we have 3 strategic directions that we have developed since the beginning. One is international dimension. So that's the reason why 20 years ago we co-founded this group that today has partners in 30 countries. So we can offer local solution to multinational, which is quite logical, but we support also small, medium enterprise in their internationalization program with local managers in 30 countries all over the world. But aside from the countries where we are directly present, in the recent past, we worked in more than 14 countries all over the world. Just to give an idea, in Africa, we worked already in 15 countries, and that's quite a very good achievement. Second thing, we have developed some local partnership in Italy just to be more effective with the clients of 2 types. One is focused on geography, meaning that we have some kind of representative in many Italian areas like Emilia-Romagna, in Piemonte, which is not mentioned there, in Sicily, in Umbria, in the Northeast, etc. And the second thing, in order to be able to complement our service with other type of services like credit collection, turnaround management, etc., we have developed agreement with firms, consulting firms that have specific know-how on each of these items. A very special kind of local partnership, the one we have with Enel. Enel, you know, is the biggest, let's say, energy providing company in Italy. It's a public company. We have been selected as a partner for their supplier development program, which is it's a program that is aimed to support the small medium enterprises of the Enel supply chain with any type of service that Enel think is important for their development, like management education. Partners are very known partners like Lewis or like Sdabocconi. Advisory, one is Deloitte, I don't remember the other. Interim management, and so on. Meaning that Enel is not our contractual counterpart. Enel has negotiated for us the best possible condition for their supply, and we work with their supply in order to support them in most of the cases to grow, to get the right managerial skill to grow and to better perform. And this is this Enel platform. It's a best practice. As far as I know, is the best example of our company is taking care of his supplier, especially with Leonardo. I think did something similar, but only on the financial side. Enel is the one that has provided a complete service of professional and operating services for their supplier. We worked a lot being present in many countries, also on supporting the investment attraction platform, like we do in Tuscany, we are partner of Invest in Tuscany, which is embedded in the region, in the Tuscany region. And they have the goal of making Tuscany attractive for foreign investment, for IDE, direct investment, joint venture, venture capital, etc. And Invest in Tuscany is also a very good example, a very good case, because they are also taking care of multinational or international company already existing in the territory, and they support them. We have been for many years also partner of Invest in Lombardy, which is the same, is the equivalent of Invest in Tuscany, with the main difference that they are just focused on attracting investment and not taking care of what is already existing. In any case, it's something we can do, because one of the requirements they both have is you need to support them on the managerial side, but you need also to have a very good international presence. Together with our business activities, we worked a lot on the institutional side, meaning on creating knowledge, on creating awareness about interim management. This is something we started years and years ago. By the way, in 1993, I was one of the founders of the first Italian Association for Interim Management. And by the way, in Italy, we call temporary management. We don't call it interim. Interim is the term well known in, let's say, in the Anglo-Saxon literature, in the Anglo-Saxon world. In Italy, we use temporary because interim makes Italians think about interim services like Manpower, Adecco. In UK is the opposite, and that's why in Italy it has been baptized temporary management. I've been working for 18 years with the Institute of Interim Management in UK, which is the Association of Interim Management in UK, which is the most developed European market. And we did a lot of projects aimed basically to create culture among the managers on one side and among the small, medium enterprise. For instance, in the year 2022, we did quite a very good roadshow in a step in Veneto, in Sicily, in Lazio, in Emilia-Romagna twice, in where else? In Campania, in Naples, and so on. And I'm writing quite a lot. I'm writing books. I'm writing articles. By the way, I'm also a listed journalist, and I'm also a member of the Foreign Press in Italy, where in Milan I also been a board member. This is two of the books I wrote. One is about turnaround, and the other one is about interim management. In this book about interim management, the foreword has been written by Boccia, that at the time was the president of Confindustria. And the type of project we did, I mean, there are many. We worked, as I said, with multinational, with small, medium enterprise. In any case, we work with C-level manager, so first line manager. We start with manager for that have a very consistent experience in first line roles. I mean, CFOs, chief financial officer, HR directors, operational officer, and then up. General manager, CEOs, board members, etc. Let's say the seniority is reflected in the average age of an interim manager. In Europe, according to the various surveys we do, the average is 53 years. So that's quite seasoned people that on one side have seniority to sell, and on the other side they have the capability to transfer to people know-how and so on. So you see, we work in many sectors. In Italy, we don't work so much about banks. We interact a lot with lawyers. Basically, with lawyers, we interact with a big studies, I don't know, like Gianni Origoni Grippo, like Freshfields, etc., because we normally encounter them in many restructuring projects. We deal sometimes with small lawyers, etc., because like commercialisti, like tax advisor, they introduce us in small, medium enterprise. But professionally speaking, most of the interaction is with big studies, especially on restructuring issues. This is my the summary of my experience. You have seen many, you see many things. And basically, what I put in my job is I know companies very well because I developed my career in multinational companies, in multinational business. I spent also a few years in McKinsey, which is a very good consulting school. And then all this has been, let's say, wisely mixed in the temporary management, because temporary management in practice, we are a consulting company, but providing, let's say, operational services. So we must be able to identify the right person. We have to do it in a few days because especially with multinational, they request us to put the manager in a matter of days, and we must be able to follow the project together with the manager in order, to solve any type of problem we can find on our way. A final detail, because this is a typical question that maybe I am anticipating. In Italy, the average length of a project is around 9 to 12 months. Final detail, the cost of the manager are different from country to country. Italy, let's say on the average is, let's say in the high part of the sector, but not in the highest. An average daily fee for a manager in Italy is around 800, 900 euro per day, while for instance in Germany is 1200, 1300. In Switzerland is even more. So depending from country to country, the cost of an interim manager is may vary. The final thing, when you started saying that, I don't know who is an expert of in working with expatriates. In our business, normally we don't work with expatriates because the companies, they call us for using a local interim manager. For instance, now we have a contract with a company in Veneto, a big company in Veneto with a project in Spain with a Spanish manager. And the same project will be activated now in this very next days in France, but with a French manager. So the logic of our international development is to be able to provide local solution all over the world. I have finished 20 minutes, more or less. Okay.
Super. A round of applause for Maurizio. So we learned that he's, well, he's a great guy with a high level profile. So let's be happy and proud for having him as a real affiliate. Thank you very much for being with us. Okay, we have some minutes for some questions. I saw Maugorzata. I break the ice, Maugorzata, please. Well, you
may I say something? Sorry.
Please, Maurizio.
I just take, because I see there are only women, except you, which is interesting. But the fact is that in the diversity ratio in our business is not so high. In some countries like Poland or China can be to 30%, but in general, even in developed countries like UK, etc., is around 15%. In Italy, the female part is 8 to 10%. That's
wow.
We can discuss why, but I mean this is just a picture, just because I see many women on the screen.
That's great. Well, we have also Yuan Chong, who is definitely a man from Singapore. Okay, I take this chance to let him introduce himself, and then I will let Maugorzata to start the question time.
Okay.
Yuan, please, ciao.
Hi, Yuan Chong from Singapore. I'm driving right now, trying to get to a client's house. Family law and inheritance law, a leader of Wilf FIT. Very interesting topic. First time I heard interim judge. Bravo for the presentation. I learned so much today. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Yuan. Okay, Maugorzata, you start.
Thank you very much, Maurizio. Fortunately, we had possibility to talk about, and I am very happy. I am passionate about management because I think we lawyers are not prepared to run a business. So for that reason, I also had my master's in management, also Doctor of Business Administration. So my question is, do you have services tailored for ESG management?
I mean, we worked on different type of projects, on different type of issues. Recently, we have worked on ESG for a company, Italian company listed at the Milan Stock Exchange. It depends because we work on many type of issues, including and now also the ESG issues. So we don't specialize. We are totally horizontal. So we cover all the type of issues. We are problem solver. If the problem is in operation, we do that. If the problem is in ESG, like it was in that case, we work on that. And this is an important thing, especially now, ESG for small, medium enterprise, because you know that the big OEMs, they are redesigning the entire supply chain, the filiera, they call it, and they, in a way, are obliging also small, medium companies to deal with these matters. One, and the second thing is that also the banks are giving credit more easily to companies that, in a way, are working on ESG issues, etc., etc.
That's great. Okay. Other inquiries, other questions? Otherwise, I have a couple of one for Maurizio. So it's the sense of these slots to explore more information, to get more information about your activity and your direct business. Okay. So you spoke a lot about your clients, type of your clients. Many of them are big corporations. Many of them are, let's say, mid-sized companies. But okay, so what I got that there is an ideal client of yours. That's an average client. So how can we help you in creating opportunities for you? Many of us are also contacts in big corporations. Why not? So it's the right time for you to also to ask how to the audience here how we can help you.
Yeah, in general,
in this moment, in this period, or in general.
In general, big corporation or big companies, they know what is interim and they know their supplier, etc. The point for us is especially we are interested logically in entrepreneurial family businesses, which are smaller. And normally, in fact, we get to that business through events like information events, convention, etc., or through professional. On one side, like commercialisti, typically especially from Veneto.
Chartered accountants.
We got from chartered accounts, and on the other side from lawyers, because they know very well the problem of the client when they see there is a problem, and when they understand that interim or temporary can be a solution for that problem. So this is the most typical way for us to entering the small, medium, or let's say the family-owned business. Because the entrepreneur or the family, they trust all the chartered accounts, they trust the lawyer. And whenever they have an indication, okay, you can do that in a way, blah, blah, blah. The same thing, Enel is doing the same for us, but Enel is big, and Enel is recommending us to their small, medium enterprises. Exactly what exactly. This is exactly what we do and what we could expect from lawyers or from chartered accounts. With the multinational, okay, if your connection is good, but in general, they know very well an HR director, they know who is on the market, they have a very clear ideas in general terms. But if someone has a special connection, why not?
Well, I think it's a temporary management is exactly an opportunity for not so structured companies, so they can have access to the highest level skills, which at a reasonable investment for the company. Yeah. Okay.
Basically, that's great. The advantage is a flexible cost. Is a variable cost. It's not a fixed cost.
Great.
So this is a very good point, especially for entrepreneurs. But the point is all small medium enterprises now they are facing the fact that they are not really ready, and there is some statistics telling that also to get the money, the funds from the PNRR. They don't have any plan to do it because they don't have the resources.
Well, let's say something to our foreign colleagues here. What is PNRR? So it's a special European Union plan.
Yeah. It's okay. These are money coming from Europe to sustain.
From the European Union,
that was a post-COVID related to the post-COVID. But anyway, It's a huge investment coming from Europe to sustain public administration, blah, 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 but also small, medium enterprise. And the point is that it was a recent statistics, at least 8 small, medium enterprise out of 10, they are not ready. They are not preparing any plan because they don't have the resources to prepare the plan.
That's
and then
great.
you can imagine if they don't have resources to prepare the plan, they don't have even resources to implement the plan. So this is the point. And that's where one of the points where interim or temporary can be really useful for them. For instance, I'll give you an example. This is an NS supplier, a family-owned group, almost 90 million euros. So it's not small, but totally family. They are growing, and they have difficulties in 2 key areas. One is human resources. The other one is purchasing, because they have 2 very good operational people that are running that business in the 2 areas. But they cannot deal with the development of a bigger company. So what we did, we put in the HR an HR director for 1 year. Now we are half of the project, and the guy is implementing systems, platforms, blah blah blah. But most important of all is trying to how can I say, to mentor, to coach the existing person. And the same thing will happen in the purchase, because they have to do it. It's not convenient for them to hire a permanent manager, a permanent dirigente, as we say in Italy.
Yeah.
Because they are located in Campania near Naples. It's difficult to attract people. Maybe people go there after 6 months. They get enough. They want to leave, etc. So, but in any case, they need know-how. How can you get this know-how? If you call a consultant, the consultant is good, but the consultant, is writing, as we did in McKinsey, a very nice blue book. Then he say, okay, you have to do this, but then you have to do it. The interim manager on the other side is able maybe to write also a blue book, but he's doing that. He's doing and he's teaching to you how to do it. That's the real good advantage compared to a consultant. There are situations in which a consultant is good. I'm not against consultant, by the way. But there are situations in which an interim manager is better, because you need someone who's teaching, but at the same time is doing the things. Because especially in small, medium operation, you need someone who's doing that. You have to roll your sleeves and then you have to work.
That's great. Okay, before going to the end of this session, I see Ivan Villegas from Costa Rica. So in this call, we have European Union professionals and in this case, Central American professionals. We have Luz Helena Tobon from Mexico and now Ivan Villegas from Costa Rica. Ivan, please introduce yourself, and if you want to add something, if you want to ask Maurizio a question, please don't hesitate.
Thank you very much, Marco. I'm very glad to be here. I was just a little bit curious, what was this kind of meeting about? I want to get in and get to know you a little bit better, each one of you. I'm enjoying a lot the knowledge and the trajectory of Mauricio. Very impressive what he's telling us. Very interesting. Basically, just wanted to say hello. I'm Ivan Villegas. I'm a Colombian attorney living in Costa Rica for 25 years. I have my own practice, and it's a medium but a strong law firm, very focused in foreign investment, in commerce, and basically also international business. So I'll be glad to be able to help you in any way we can. We also have a very important immigration department, as we are right now, Costa Rica is the very first country in the world in terms of foreign investment reception. That's in terms of size of the country, right? So basically, we have here a team and 25 years of experience. So very glad to be able to help you, and actually planning hopefully a soon visit to Italy for a very important case of the firm, and actually sending information today to Marco about the case after a meeting we have in a couple hours. For me here is 7:30 in the morning, 7:39 in the morning. So we are in a different, of course, time, but very glad to be here. Thank you, Marco. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ivan. Thank you for being here. Okay, Maurizio, we are closing this session. a takeaway, a last sentence or couple of sentences to summarize your today's presentation. Could be why again? Why temporary management and why you?
Again, temporary management, especially because I mean, it's plenty of independent lawyers. So I say most of your clients are probably small, medium enterprise because I speak about Italy, but not only about Italy. Small, medium, or family business, they can get a lot of advantage using this type of solution. And why us? Very simple, because I mean, we are in the business since many years. Now we are 20 years on international, and we are the largest international group, so we can support especially internalization process in many countries all over the world. This is an important stuff today.
That's great. So thank you very much, Maurizio, for your meaningful session. The recording will be available later today, later this afternoon. And well, thank you for joining. Thank you for attending. Thank you, Maurizio, for your meaningful presentation. And looking forward to get more slots from you, maybe on something specific, on a segment, on a case history, more specific and available. That's also a message for all of you. We can have more slots, direct slots or topic slots. Okay, that's Wheel is a world of visibility. The more you propose yourselves, the more you have. Okay.
Thanks to you all.
So thank you very much, and see you soon. Ciao, 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 ciao.
Ciao.